There's a debate that never settles in local SEO, Facebook groups, Reddit threads, YouTube, X, which is, does showing your address on your Google business profile actually help you rank, or is it a myth? I'm going to show you the real data from case studies done by product experts. I'm also going over some Reddit posts which actually discuss this very topic. And as a bonus, I'll also show you a huge mistake I see constantly with roofing or renovation and other types of businesses that can get your entire listing suspended. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether you should be showing your address or hiding it. Let's get straight into it. So the first case study we are looking is a Whitespark one. They do these type of local search ranking factors pretty regularly. In this case, it was done for 2026. So we'll look at if the physical address is a ranking factor. As you can see here, it's the local map pack ranking factors. They've done this across multiple businesses, so they have the data to back it up. In this case, as you can see, rank factor for physical address in city search ranks at 4th, meaning it's the 4th most important local ranking factor that you should be thinking of when you want to start a business, because this will get you more leads for your business. So what does this mean for you, the physical address in city of search? It just means that when people search, so say roofer in London, if your business is in London with a physical address, it's much more precise than having a service area which covers a lot of locations. So the nearer the person who is searching for this type of service is to you, the more chances you will have to actually rank for that search query. That's why you see so many near me queries in search engines, in studies. Even if you're doing your keywords research, it just tells Google to search near their address, their current location. Google knows it, and then they will search for the type of business that match that query and show them first. So without a visible address, Google still has your location internally, but it has less confidence in showing it as a precise proximity in some search contexts. So if there's a lot of competition for your area and most of them are physical business, Google will prefer those physical business instead of the service area, because usually it just leads to a better result for the searcher. Now, remember, this was framed as an actual top 4 ranking factor. It's not a small ranking nudge, it's one of the strongest signals in the entire local algorithm. So please be aware of this when you want to start a business. As you can see, address is showing on GGP, same thing. Super high, 7th ranking factor, proper placement of the map pin, proximity of address to strength rate, again, all physical local ranking factors. So that's why physical location is so important when you're building a business. Now let's look at some Reddit threads. So in this case they have a typo in the title, but is a physical location better than a service area business listing? I'm currently trying to optimize my GGP profile. I'm currently a service area business. If I were to change to physical location address, would I get more of my profile? And in this case, there's a lot of conflicting opinions, but let's go over the Captain Jamie, and we also think about the Whitespark, which is a huge player in the field of local SEO. So I would trust them, and they did a case study over a lot of business. Captain Jamie says there is 100% an advantage for a physical address on your profile compared to service area. Again, same thing as Whitespark. Now, here's another Reddit post. Local SEO, physical address on my profile versus area only. Let's go over this reply. John Hawkins, Google's business product expert. We tested this and you do rank better with an address showing than without. We had a business with their address hidden, so we added and then remove the address and compare the ranking factors before and after. The ranking was better when the address was showing, like we talked about the Whitespark, because the proximity helps boost your rankings. This doesn't mean you can't rank with a service area listing. It just means you miss out on that ranking boost that address gives you, the location proximity. Personally, I advise my service clients to get an office because it allows you to control things much better and again get that proximity to the search queries, to the searcher's location, which is what you want. You don't want to lose those types of leads to your competitors because they have a physical address and you don't. Any business can rank on Google with or without the address. This horrible advice needs to die. Yeah, it just shows that even If you don't have a physical address, you can rank. I've ranked multiple business that started just a service area. It doesn't matter as much. But if you are in a highly competitive field, highly competitive area, this will be a local ranking factor that will boost your profile against other people that don't have that address. So that's just one thing you need to be aware. And then you also need to focus on review volume, recency, category accuracy, on-page relevance, citations to some extent, engagement, all of those things. So it's just a huge factor, but it's not a required factor to have a physical address to rank. It just helps you get a higher ranking in certain highly competitive fields. Now, I want to show you what I mean by highly competitive fields. I just searched for roofer in London, highly competitive area for roofers, which I actually do a lot of work for. As you can see, every single one has directions. Why? Because they know physical address is a ranking factor. In this case, only this one doesn't have, but it has a lot of reviews, 15 years in business, so they probably have gotten the other ranking factors nailed. But again, most of them, basically all, have that physical address and are ranking higher than this one here in a highly competitive area. So if you want to compete in highly competitive areas, and if you see others are doing physical address, you most likely will need it. If you see most don't have directions, most queries that you search for are just website and don't have the directions, you most likely will rank for those queries, even without a physical location. Now, to the bonus tip that helps you prevent your business profile from getting suspended, which is if your physical address is a residential address, then at some point Google will suspend you, because even if you created this before these types of verifications, which are getting stricter, Google will start looking into this and will suspend your profile, and it will be very hard to recover it. So if you want to not get suspended, get a real office, get a real space which you can put your signage, as they say, and someone managing it during opening hours, because they eventually ask evidence of video for this. And if you're creating a new profile, most likely it will be the first thing they will ask to verify your profile. So you have to have someone there, so people, when they ask for directions, they can actually go to the location and not report you because it's open at the time you said it's open. Because if they keep seeing close, 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 close with no say signs for holidays or things like that, they will report you to Google. Google will verify this and then ask you for verification to actually know if the place is functioning. Here are the guidelines for representing your business on Google. In this case, physical. It's a precise, accurate address and or service area to describe a business location. PO boxes or mailboxes located at remote locations aren't acceptable. It will get your profile suspended. Create your business profile for your actual real-world location. If your business rents a physical mailing address but doesn't operate in that location, also known as virtual office, that location is not eligible. You can't also list an office at a co-working space. Again, you will get suspended. Do not include information in address lines that doesn't pertain to your business physical location, like URLs, keyword stuffing. If your business doesn't have a storefront with clear signage, like we talked about earlier, but travels to customer at their physical location, you're allowed one service area business profile. Again, if you don't have a physical location with clear signage, which people can go to and talk to with someone, an employee, a secretary, or even you're not allowed to have a physical location, so you'll need to do service area. Here's an example. If you're a plumber and run your business from your residential address, clear the address from your business profile. Again, they are very strict about this, so you need to be strict about this as well, because you don't want to get your business profile that you have had for years with a lot of reviews, a lot of customer feedback, a lot of posts, a lot of history get suspended, because again, like I said before, it's super hard to get that recovered. So wrapping up, if you have a real signed staffed location, people can walk into, show your address. That's a real ranking factor, which in a highly competitive area will help boost your rankings. The data backs is up, the study, the case studies. But if you are working from home and travel to customers, don't add your resident address, do a service area business, so you don't get suspended and lose all those leads that you get from your profile. If you want to know exactly what's holding your Google's business profile back, I do free audits. The links will be in the description. You can book a free meeting with me and I'll go over your business profile. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you got any important information from this video, because next I will be covering a lot more ranking factors in the local SEO pack. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.